This woman wants so much attention. She's jealous of her husband. This guy has been nothing but supportive of her.
Depending on who you ask, the marriage between Steph and Ayesha Curry is like a symbol of black love. It's very similar to what you see with Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, or what we kind of used to see with Papoose and Remy Ma. All these couples were together for a long time, or have been together for a long time. They have children, and they are like black institutions on how to stay together despite hard times. However, these relationships, especially with Michelle Obama and Barack and Steph and Ayesha, have some levels of controversy. There is a theme between all of these relationships, and that is the woman in the relationship obviously has no problem with disrespecting or calling out the man. We definitely know that when it comes to Michelle and Barack Obama.
To me, what does that sound like? Mama's boy can't stand up to his woman or lead her properly because you've been subjective from a kid growing up to be observant to a woman. And it happened at a really young age that they really don't know any difference, especially Barack Obama. Big Mama Michelle is his wife, but his mother at the same time. She runs that relationship. Whatever she says, go. And it seems like it's the same thing for Steph Curry. And this is what happened in most, not all, but most black relationship. The woman is their god. It's their queen. She can never do nothing wrong. That's crazy.
And we also know that when it comes to Ayesha and Steph Curry. Now, in the case of Steph Curry, he never talks about his wife in a negative fashion or ever reveals any information. But Ayesha Curry is known for that. At first, she was like this motherly type of symbol of a lady, and then she kind of got a little bit wild, posting like very provocative pictures, wanting a lot of attention, while Steph Curry didn't do anything. It was all good until a few weeks ago, until Ayesha Curry showed up on the Call Her Daddy podcast. And there are a few clips from that podcast that really went viral.
But like, when you look back, is there any memory that you're like, maybe there was something, or
no? Never. I in the beginning hated it so much. I did not sign up for that.
At this particular point, she's saying when she first started dating Stephen Curry, she hated it. Mm-hmm. She didn't sign up for that. But wait, there's more.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl, and that's it.
In this instance,
wow,
she's saying she never...
What a mess! What the... No, I didn't even know this, man. Hold on.
Wanted kids. Now, again, this is something that I can understand, and it makes a lot of sense if a person never wanted kids. But
let me touch on that real quick. You didn't want kids. Fair enough, because you were raised to be... I don't know if she had a single mother in her life or her dad wasn't around. I don't know how she was raised when it comes to if the father was in the home or not, or if the mother was a single mother. But regardless of that, she still end up hating man. She hates man. That's kind of crazy, right? To be wanting to be a boss babe, to be independent, and to be self-reliant on yourself, it's a rebellion against God's order, right? Because God made the man to go out there and till the land until he goes back to it. That's his punishment for his sins, right? And the woman's sin is she's gonna have pain when she gives birth, and her role is to take care of the home and be a homemaker, right? But guess what? Most female today are raised to be girl boss, the feminist ideology, because feminism is a bunch of women that hate man. That's just what it is. And they want to be the man. They hate the man And because they hate the man, they become what they hate because they judge the man for his strength, for the God-given role that was given to him. And they're jealous of it, and they want to be seen, validated, because they think because the man is doing all of these great things, he's being seen. And when she's stuck at home, she's not being seen. She's not being praised by her kids. The kids doesn't worship her, and she doesn't get that validation. Right? She may get it because she will impose on the kid for the kids to worship her, right? But that's destroying the kids for her own selfish reasons, right? But that's what happens in most homes when the male is not strong to protect the kids from the wife, and the wife impose on them just like how her mother imposed on her. And she thought she was going to be a boss baby. She was the one getting the bag, getting the money, you know? Why? Because you hate man. She said she didn't want kids. She never thought of getting married, which she's being honest. She's being honest. How can you get mad at someone for being honest? She's being honest, right? My question now is, why Steph Curry married a woman that didn't want to get married and didn't want to have kids? Why? Why would you do that? That is the question, right? That's the question. I want an answer for that. Because now you're trying to change this woman into a wife and into a mother, and it will never work. Because you're only doing it for your own selfish reason. Because you want her in your life. You want her to be a mother. You want her to be your wife. Steph Curry is selfish. Because now we have all of this money. Of course the woman's going to want to be with you now, buddy. Come on, man. You're making buckload of buck money. She's going to want to be with you. But it's not for the right reasons. And I bet we're about to find out. Let's continue the video, man. This is a what the?
See, here's the issue with that.
I get it. You know, people have visions for their own life, and when they get in relationships, sometimes they have to compromise. But my thing is, why 10 years later talk about it to the world? Like, every time she opened her mouth, she embarrassed this man.
See, what the guy is saying is actually right, in my honest opinion.
I disagree with him. I disagree with him. Steph Curry know what he was getting himself into. He probably knew she didn't want to have kids, didn't want to get married, and she hates man. She hate man. Why would you marry a woman that hate man? Why would you do that? That's just wild to me. So I disagree with that guy. Steph Curry will have to suffer for what he has done. And that's just what it is, right? He's going to have to suffer for it. And he's suffering right now because he's in this situation, right?
First of all, you never wanted to have kids. We understand, right? But why do you have to come out and tell the entire world? Especially on a podcast. There are many men out there who never wanted to be married or never wanted kids. But you just wouldn't come out and say that because, number one, it's disrespectful to the person that you're with. Now, the never wanting kids part is not really so bad, but what's really so terrible is, in the beginning, I hated it. I didn't sign up for that. Imagine LeBron James or Stephen Curry coming out and saying something very similar about their wives. In the beginning, I hated it. I didn't sign up for that. Woo! Women would look at that particular person as being very insensitive. He's a man that doesn't deserve a wife. Girl, you need to go ahead on and leave him. He ain't no good. What kind of man that love his wife would talk like that?
Why would you?
Exactly. What kind of man?
Why would you care what a woman have to say in the first place? I don't get it. Why would you care? These women are evil. So why does it matter what they say? They can say whatever they want, right?
Man that loves his wife would talk like that. If he felt that way, he should never make that public. because out of respect for the mother of his kids, it just doesn't make sense for a person to say that. But obviously and apparently it is okay for prominent black women such as Michelle Obama or Ayesha Curry to come out and say things about their husbands. And in the case of Steph Curry, he seems like he's a man that's been consistently faithful. He's never had any issue outside of the locker room, never been involved in any scandal, don't have no side chicks. He's been a completely great husband from what we all understand. And it seems like to me...
Amazing. Because women like a man that is, got some money and she can control him. She can control him to get him to do whatever she wants. And if he was the one that came out and said all of these things, the women, they will judge him and talk crap about him, get him to conform into what they want him to do. Just like how Steph Curry has been conformed to pleasing a woman from a young age, because he was bullied and defeated into it as a child growing up. He couldn't speak up to his mom, because if he does, like, boy, I'm the one that bring you in this home, boy. I'm your mom. You don't talk to me like that, boy. Those type of things, mother says to kids, and the father's so weak he go along with it because he can't defy his God. His God has what he wants. So how can he defy his God? He has to punish the kid for speaking up against the mother. And let's say people in the comment section be like, oh no, man. Kids are supposed to respect their mothers and father, honor them. You guys have no idea what does that. You guys don't know what that means. You guys don't know. You can speak up to your mother and father without anger and correct them. That's how a normal human being is. That's actually love. Correcting your mother and father when they're wrong without anger. And let's say the kid is talking back and backlashing at the mother. Where do you think the kid get it from? You think he just learning on his own? He has to see it somewhere, and I can tell you, it's normally in the home when the mother is gonna talk to the kid out of anger and frustration, and pass that down to the kid, because the kid is not doing what she wants that kid to do when she wants it to get done. So she'll antagonize the kid, talk all the time, yell at the kid, get mad, get frustrated at the kid to get the kid to conform to what she wants him to be. Why are you trying to live through your kid? That's kind of crazy, right? And then when the kid does it, oh no, it's a problem. You're blaming the kid for the mother's issue because he get it from the mother. Isn't that insane, man? Come on, man. And now Steph Curry is in the same problem because he was raised as his mother's husband to please a woman. And now guess what? He's pleasing a woman. And look where it's bringing him. He may not have a problem with it, but it's a problem because it's gonna pass down to his kids, and they're gonna end up in the same situation that he is in. Isn't that amazing? What a mess!
This man don't deserve it. But of course, belittling faithful black men in front of the public is something that tends to be a problem. But then you have women who have an issue with this particular take.
But what you would take as disrespect, why do y'all seem to think every man take that as disrespect?
This lady here is basically responding to the person that was before her. And she's saying, listen, why do you think that every man takes her commentary as disrespect? Just because you take it as disrespect, it doesn't mean that Steph Curry takes as disrespect. And you know what? It's probably the truth. The thing is, Steph Curry probably is not bothered by this, and he probably doesn't take this very seriously. Right? He's been married for a long time, and he's probably okay with it. He's a modern guy, younger guy. Okay.
Beta male.
The issue is this.
If that's the case, bro, I know disrespect is not a thing. It's just an idea. It's just something for you to try to live up to. And if someone disrespects you, treat you how you're supposed to be treated. You blame them and you get angry. Blah, 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 right? But come on, man. I'm not saying. And you know the funniest thing? It's because Steph Curry is not right. He's not right. And that's why his woman is out of control. I'll just leave it at that. That is the main thing right here. That's the main takeaway. He's not right. So his woman, how can she be right when he's not right? That makes sense? Let me know in the comment section if that makes sense to you.
Tues on the other foot. What would you say about it? Would you defend it? You would never defend such language from a man. And the reality is this. While men like Steph Curry don't have a problem with it, many men do have a problem with it. And then let's talk about the black men who have opportunities dating other women. And this is very important. I'm going to be honest, but here's something to talk about. Ayesha Curry is extremely attractive. Okay? And she's also a person that Steph has known right before.
Attractive. I don't know about that, but okay.
Okay? Let's put those two things in her wheelhouse. They've been together for a very, very long time.
I would say she's mildly attractive. Mildly attractive. A little bit average, maybe a little bit above average. But I can tell she has, what they call it, Botox or some stuff like that. I dislike when women do those things to their body, man. It's crazy.
If a black woman who is not tied to a single man like that and wants to meet a guy who's already has leverage, again, like if Steph Curry met Ayesha Curry and he was already who he was, he'd be much less likely to take this. And this is what a lot of black women don't understand. Just because Steph Curry can deal with it from Ayesha Curry, who's been with him for a long time, most black men that have a lot of money and have a lot of success will not put up with such an attitude or with such issues. That's not going to happen. What's going to happen is most black men like Steph Curry will go out and seek other groups of women if they can't find a woman in the black community who will basically show them some respect as a man.
And you know that's the problem why Steph Curry is in this situation, right? He didn't focus on what was right in the first place. He didn't seek after what was right, and that is seek first the kingdom of God, and He will add everything that you need onto you. Because you think you know what you want, but you don't know what you want, right? He knows what you want before you even know what you want. And the thoughts and the imagination that you think you know what you want is from the devil. It is from the imagination. And you went and looked for a woman, and guess what you got? You got the devil's daughter, and the devil's daughter drag you into hell with her, and she's dragging your name all over social media, and she's not a great representation of you. Quite well said. You may not be a great, you're not right yourself, so you can't expect your woman to be right? That's just all I'm saying, right? Am I wrong for that? I don't think so.
This is the issue. A lot of women out here who agree with, her being so brave with the commentary.
Brave.
This is a really good thing for her to express herself.
What is this, a Disney movie, Brave? Express yourself. Oh, you're so brave. Oh, I sympathize and empathize with you. Oh, I feel what you're feeling. Women are evil, man. That's crazy.
Most men will not accept this at the level of Steph Curry or doing better. Most women won't even get an opportunity to be there. Because in order for you to be there, you would have to give something. And the first thing you would have to give is a lot of respect. But that's not even the worst. That's Lord. Recently, Ayesha Curry went on a girls' trip, celebrating her friend's
Girls' trip,
40th
nice.
birthday. And of course, this particular girls' trip happened in Italy. And of course, this trip was without Steph Curry. But what's going viral is what happened at the girls' trip. While she was in Italy, guess who she linked up with? Drake and his Ovo crew, if that's how you say it, or the Ovo Boys.
Bro,
But then,
where's my mouse, bro? Because this is kind of crazy, right? What is this, bro? Wait, is that her? That is her. That is her, right? Bro, what is she wearing, bro? That's crazy. Isn't this woman a mother of four? A mother of four. That's kind of wild to me, right? That's amazing. It's amazing.
Video, that is quite shocking.
We out here. Say hi, girls. Say hi, ladies. Say hi.
So that's Ayesha and her girlfriends. That's some guy, Ovo Mark, having a drink with Ayesha Curry. The husband is not there. And let me just say this. If it was Steph Curry posting this on Instagram with another woman, all of you ladies would be having hissy fits. He's disrespecting his wife. Or what kind of man is he? And to be honest, even Steph Curry wouldn't.
You know what I've noticed? Men in general, you guys care too much about what women have to say. That's just my takeaway from this video. You guys care too much about what females have to say. When these women have made the devil their God, and you care about what the devil has to say, that's kind of crazy to me. That is crazy to me.
Make such a mistake because that would damage his brand image, and he wouldn't do that. But obviously, Ayesha Curry doesn't care. We see her right now with absolutely no regard for Steph Curry
kind of crazy,
as her
right?
husband. And
Her face expression. They're crazy, right?
Women who are married should go on girls trips.
Do married women go on girls trips? No, we do not. No, we do not. No, we do not. We don't go on girls trips. We don't do that. We married. We don't go on girls trips. What we looking for?
In this woman's case, she said, look, no, there's no reason why I would do that. Okay? But then this lady responds to that notion.
Same things that made you who you are before you met your partner should be the same things that you should be allowed to do even within marriage. Because that is actually what shaped you to be attractive to your partner. Now, I'm not talking about silly, reckless, immature things. But whatever hobbies you had before, you should be able to continue them. And for some people, traveling with their friends is one of them.
In the case of this lady,
Let's just go back to her for a little bit. You know what? This is gonna be a controversial take, but I do agree with her. I do agree with her. You know why I agree with her? Just chill for a second and listen, right? You met a girl, right? She's traveling with her friends. She's clubbing, doing all of these crazy things, right? And you want to marry her. And you want her to change for you. That's kind of crazy, right? You want her to change for you. What's wrong with you, the person, that you need to marry a girl that is doing all of these crazy things and you want her to change for you? You're trying to save her. Why are you trying to save the devil? I don't understand. If God is not even intervening in her life to try to save her, what chance do you have? What chance do you have trying to save this woman from her hell? Why do you think women and males too, why do you think female and males go out on the weekend, travel, all of this drinking and experience all of these crazy things? Because they don't want to be stuck at home with the male, with their significant other. They don't want to be stuck at home with their boyfriend. They don't want to be stuck at home with their girlfriend, because the hell comes out. When they're bored, they nag you, even though you just want to relax. All of these things. They nag you, they get bored, they're on social media, they go out places and enjoy themselves because they're trying to escape the hell that is inside of them. Right? And you can't run away from it, because you're going to run away and go drink, go party, go travel. And when you come back home, and you may not want to come back home because it feels so good that you're enjoying it. and you're afraid of go back home because you know when you go back home, you're going to be stuck with your boyfriend and girlfriend. You're going to be stuck right back into the hell that you're trying to escape. So it's just temporary escape, right? Why do you want to save her from that? She can't. You can't even save yourself from your own hell inside of you, but yet you want to save her. You're trying to save her by, oh, I'll take you on dinner dates. I'll take you on trips. We'll go shopping. We'll go clubbing. We'll do this. We'll do that. You're going in that relationship trying to save her, but in it's the opposite. She's actually dragging you into hell with her, and the relationship will never work because guess what? It's two female in the relationship. Even though he's a male, he has a female nature. He himself is trying to escape his hell by using the woman, and the woman is using him by doing activity, escape the boredom, and get attention from you, and all these crazy things that distract you from the hell, the evil that is inside of you. So I do agree with her. She should still be allowed to do that. Because why do you want to change her? So you can be with her? How selfish are you? How evil are you trying to change a person so they can make you feel good and feel secure? That's actually called insecurity. Isn't that interesting, right? That is a controversial take. Most people will not understand that. What a mess!
Whatever hobbies you had before, you should be able to continue them. And for some people, traveling with their friends is one of them.
In the case of this lady, she's saying, listen, nothing is wrong with girl trips. It's completely fine because you need to be an individual. This can be left to each individual to decide that. The problem is this. If you're a married woman, are you posting on Instagram as if you're unmarried, even if you're with your friends? And are you out there wearing this particular outfit, like a half top and like leather boots and booty?
Not gonna lie. What she was wearing was crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And taking a picture with some other guy while you're out having drinks. Now that's the problem that a lot of people don't like. And it is
Well, Steph Curry's at home with the babies, with the kids. Beta!
disrespectful because if Steph Curry did the same thing, then you would be upset. Which means that Steph Curry honors the relationship at a higher level than Ayesha Curry does. Or is there trouble in paradise? All I gotta say is this. If you're gonna get married and you're gonna have a wife, at least your wife should respect you in what you do. Otherwise, what's the point of making all that money and protecting a woman for her to go and do stuff like this? Again, you would never accept, and I'm talking about you ladies, if Steph Curry did the same exact thing. You ladies would hate on that for sure. So good.
All I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna end it with this. He said, what did he say at the end? Is there trouble in paradise? There was always trouble in paradise, buddy. There's no paradise. Because guess what? He married a crazy woman. She didn't want to have kids. She didn't want to get married. And yet he married her. Because, I need to make her feel good. I need to please her. I need to do all of these things. You're pleasing the devil. And and then you're going to try to reason with the devil when the devil already know your weakness and he already controls you. That's kind of crazy. But I'll leave it like that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, man.